This native plant festival began as a way to reach out to the community and educate about native plants, why they're important, also provide a place where people can come and purchase native plants, and have a series of speakers who talk about different things related to native plants, and then to also have all of our different community organizations represented. So it's really developed into a wonderful event, and has been, every year it's been a little bit bigger, which is great.
I think we have a steady stream of people that keep coming back, which I think is an indication that it's a good event. So we just hope that now 3 out of 4 years have been rainy. We're hoping that maybe next year we'll finally get another sunny, warm day.
That this location is a super spot to do this event because it's an area that's really rich with wonderful native plants. And another thing that people who are interested in native plants might want to know is that we have a native plant demonstration garden here in the park. It's just up by the dam, by the lake, and we're adding a bunch of new species this year, so it's going to be bigger and, well, it's going to be better and richer.
New Germany, the park staff here are incredibly helpful, and they like this event, and they're happy to partner with the Maryland Native Plant Society to put it on. And it's an appealing place, and people can hear a speaker, but they can go take a walk in the woods. There's kids right now that are kayaking. I'm not sure they came for the event, but it is. New Germany State Park's an amazing, really a jewel that we have in our county that we should be thrilled to have here in Garrett County.
What really I think is unique about things like a native plant sale, especially if it's local or regional, is your seed source. It's locally adapted to the climate here, but also it's a genetically diverse seed. It comes from the seed bank that it's going to do well in this area. When you go to a big box store, you're getting this big flat of plants. You don't know where it came from. Most likely it's some big grower up in New Jersey or somewhere, and you don't really know the genetic health of that plant, as well as if it's even really going to be adaptive to your area that you're going to. So I got my undergraduate degree in ethnobotany, and it's always been a passion of mine, and just this idea of, yes, I garden, but also I have a passion for education, about teaching about how to get outside, how to get involved. And we're having issues with things like climate change and extractive industry, and we're kind of realizing that our plants are affected by these different phenomena that are happening, and our native plant communities are able to better adapt to these unforeseen challenges that we're seeing with the environment.
But everyone who seems to be sort of finally understands that native plants are so important to enhancing biodiversity, and I think the message is getting out that we need to start protecting the species that should be here and getting rid of things that shouldn't.
So I started collecting milkweed seeds, and hopefully I'll also be able to start growing a few plants on my small lot there. Common milkweed you normally plant in full sun. You can plant it as little as half a day of sun. Oak milkweed kind of likes edge woods, so maybe half a day of sun. Butterfly milkweed, full sun, dry soil. Found some 4-leaf milkweed that you only grow in shade. It only gets about 1.5 feet tall.
What can I put in my garden that's going to help wildlife and bees and butterflies and birds? And so I think that's probably really the big thing that brings them here. The one plant vendor with Thrush Native Plant Nursery in Caton has spoke each year. Everyone enjoys his programs. Candy DeBerry comes in from Washington and Jefferson College. This is the second year she has talked to the group, and Ashley Botkins, our local extension agent, has come and has done programs. So, and we get people from different universities and different talks Cotty Engelhardt came from the Appalachian Lab talking about American chestnut. And people love that tree. It means so much to the culture of this area, and so she really drew a big crowd just to hear about chestnuts.
We're with Frostburg Grows, so we're basically a nonprofit farming project. We teach people how to grow in high tunnels and grow food, sell food. We're supportive of local food, local growers. This is our 3rd year that we participated, so it's a really great event, and a lot of people come out and get engaged, so it's cool. It's a good cross-section of organizations that are here, so it's really neat. It is close to home, and we love it here. We swim and fish in the summertime, all summer long. So
it will continue to grow, and that more people get native plants into their landscape because they've managed to come here and learn how important they are, and they now have a source. And I just hope it continues and is sustainable over time.
You know, we have like 6,000 plants in the flora, and some of them are aggressive and some of them aren't. So, and you know, also people's gardens tend to lend themselves to allowing plants to take over, because what do? They enrich it. Plants love rich soils, so they don't get it in the wild, and they take all the stones out. And they take all, they don't have leaf falls, everything is flat and even and the same. A really aggressive plant like river oats, if you go down to a river and actually see it in the wild, there may be a lot of it, but it's usually in a pretty diverse area. You'll find 20 or 30 other species growing with it. And that's because it's down along the river where it gets flooded and it's full of rocks and stones and tree falls. It's also had 1,000 years to develop a community. Most people want their gardens to look like something in 2 or 3 years. They're just not patient,
Yeah.
But plants are pretty patient about that sort of thing. So,
depending on their particular interest, if they want to be involved in the Native Plant Festival next year, they should get involved with Liz McDowell, who's in charge of the Western Mountain chapter of the Maryland Native Plant Society, and also through the Friends of New Germany. friendsofnewgermany@gmail.com is our primary contact for the Friends.